If you plan on becoming a fleet owner, it's very important that you choose the right SUVs to rent out to other drivers. Now, I'm strictly going to be speaking, or we going to be speaking from the Uber Black side. We don't do like the regular rideshare. I'm pretty sure it's regular Uber fleet owners out there. It's a totally different pricing structure. So in this video, I'm going to just be going over Uber Black, what works best in the Uber Black rental business. Now, in the Uber Black rental business, you want to go with comfortability and luxury. So you want to stay away from medium-sized SUVs and sedans. Now, those SUVs, the medium-sized SUVs and the sedans, they can be luxury, but they're not good for business because of comfortability. You know, you as a fleet owner, you want your drivers or renters to be successful too. So if you bought like a sedan or a medium-sized SUV, whenever they go do the rideshare apps or the rideshare platforms, they're going to be capped. They only going to be able to do X, Comfort, and Black. So that's only 3 ride type options. That means the earning potential is going to be super low compared to if you were to invest into a large size SUV. Now, when it comes to the large size SUVs, you got 2 different tiers. If y'all watch my other video, y'all know what I'm talking about. Tier 1 SUVs are mainly shortback SUVs. And tier 2 SUVs are large XL SUVs. Now, the only difference between tier 1 and tier 2 is the trunk space. Now, as fleet owners, we got tier 1 SUVs, which are shortback SUVs. We got Infiniti QX80 and we got a Ford Expedition XLT, which as fleet owners, that's good because our renter is able to go out and make $400 or $500 per day. Of course, depending on how many hours they put in.
Which they do.
Yeah, which they do. Because of more ride type options. We do have a medium size SUV.
Yeah, he pulls $300 to $400 a day, but I think it's because it's a Rover.
Yeah, I don't know. He still pull a good amount of money, but the point is like having a large size SUV as a fleet owner makes sure renters more successful when it comes to the earning potential. They're able to make more. Now, of course, it just depends on how you hustle because that's a good point. This renter we have that's renting the Range Rover, he hustled. So he make anywhere between $300 to $400 per day. So it all just depends on like
the person,
your renters, your drivers. But I'm just saying from a fleet owner perspective, if we were to start over or as we add more cars to our fleet, we just buying large SUVs. Mainly probably shortback, but definitely gonna add in some XL SUVs as well. Just because as we grow, as we scale, we want to provide as much opportunity as possible for our renters and drivers. So yes, you as a fleet owner, you need to do the same thing because, and this is to a certain extent, if your renters are successful, you're going to be successful. You know, and like I said, that's to a certain extent.
And if your renter is capped, you're capped.
Exactly. So just choosing the right vehicles in this business is super duper important, especially starting out. Now, you don't have to start out with 3 or 4 SUVs. You can start off with 1. That's what we did. Well, no, we started off with 2.
But that's because we were both driving.
Yeah, exactly. But you don't, I just want to let them know, like, you don't have to have multiple SUVs to get started. You can start off with 1 and then after 1, buy another, then buy another, and, rinse and repeat. Of course, only do that if you send some type of, results as far as like success. Don't keep buying SUVs if it's not working. Of course, this just depends on your market. Now, when it comes to the SUVs to buy as a fleet owner, like I said, I recommend tier 1, tier 2, and it's the main brands. Like for example, Ford Expedition. You can either go XLT or you can go Max, GMC Yukon, or you can go GMC Yukon XL. So it's like I said, y'all. It's the same brand, just different trim level, different size. And the only difference is just the trunk space. That's all. But it worked well either way for your renters and drivers because all you want for your renters and drivers is for them to be able to have as many options as possible to do on the rideshare platforms. Now, if they're able to build a clientele, that's bonus. Not for you, for them. Because now they're able to make an extra amount of money. So, and another tip I'll add in is make sure they're able to do Lyft as well. People they love to rent from people that give them multiple options and good opportunity. So if you're going to be a fleet owner, don't just have them do Uber. have them do Lyft as well. So
Now, keep in mind, getting a Lyft fleet account set up does take a couple of weeks. So I would recommend reaching out to Lyft ASAP because Uber is like a walk in the park. Like the platform is very easy to use and set up versus like Lyft, you gotta wait like weeks and weeks and go back and forth with some people.
right, yeah, like I said, it's all about structure as a fleet owner. That's the best way I can put it. So I just wanted to share this quick video with y'all to say, hey, if you're gonna be a fleet owner, or if you planning on starting a fleet with a partner, look for SUVs that are good for the business. Tier 1, Tier 2, either shortback or large XL SUVs.
And I would say make sure you look at the price point, but also the years. So like two of our
Yes.
cars has to be renewed next year in 26, which is fine, but like we would recommend, or what we will personally do is go out and get like a car from what 24 20
Yeah,
we'll try
like-
to go for like 24 25s and then
Exactly.
we'll go to down to like 23 the lowest because like you don't want to switch out every like cars every single year.
Yes, good point. I'm glad you said that. So as a fleet owner or fleet owners, make sure you get SUVs that qualify for a couple years. Like she said, like she mentioned, two of our SUVs finna expire. So whenever we buy new SUVs, we probably do 2024 and up. Like obviously next year for 2026. That way we got like 3 or 4 years, a 3 or 4 year window before we have to replace the SUVs, which we might not even replace our old SUVs because we can rent those out to comfort people or XL people. It's just what we decide, but I think we might just end up getting rid of all of them and replacing them because where I'm at right now, y'all, and she's on the same page. We just want a fleet of SUVs that's pretty much the same brand. Like right now, we got SUVs all over the place. We got a Range Rover, Infiniti, Ford Expedition. I'm at a point to where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna either go with all Chevy Suburbans or all Ford Expeditions. I don't think we go in Cadillac Escalade.
If you want to sponsor this video and you have some Cadillacs, please do let us know. We would love to have some sponsorships.
Now, for us personally, I'm definitely buying us a Cadillac. But to give to renters, I don't think so. I don't think so. You also want to be smart as a renter as well, which is why you also want to be smart as a fleet owner, which is why I always recommend you don't spend over 40K. At the end of the day, you're driving people around, or not you, but your drivers. They're driving people around. Why do you need to go buy a $70,000, $60,000 SUV? That's just plain stupid. And also, as a fleet owner, they're not going to take care of your vehicle like how you would take care of it. So another tip I'm gonna add in, don't be mad, don't be upset. Just make sure you have structure before you start. Make sure you're able to communicate with them before you give them the keys. Hey, this SUV need to be in tip-top shape, in pristine condition 24/7. That means you need to wash it every week, inside and outside. You know, kind of like set that standard or boundary. But that's pretty much all we got today. Just wanted to share a quick video with y'all. Did you have anything for the people?
No, if you want to sponsor this video or any videos going forward, please email us. The email is in his bio. And also get him to 100K. Thanks.
Y'all heard her. With that being said, we'll catch y'all next video.
Bye.